ASMR Coffin Radio.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Coffin Radio. I am Heartthrob Rob, and today we're talking about Double Shot at Love, Season 3, Episode 5. You didn't think Angelina would show up? The bio here reads, shared kisses cause jealousy amongst the women. All bets are off when Angelina arrives and introduces Vinny to two new ladies. Tempers flare when Angelina brings out another side to some of the ladies. Episode 5 here really picks it up. Easily the best episode of Season 3 so far. The girls are really getting into it. You know, there's a much smaller clique this time around, so I feel like the girls definitely feel the more of a vibe with Vinny, and that he's feeling more of a vibe with them. But the episode starts off with Courtney, the stewardess girl that he kind of was feeling in like the first couple episodes. She gets a call and her grandma is sick, so she ends up going home. Next, you know, kind of in the morning, he's able to talk to Peachy and Danielle, and there's kind of jealousy growing amongst the girls, you know. Angelina shows up, and she's got two homegirls with her, pretty girls, Jillian and KP, and so they're just introduced now, right? One of them says, you know, I think it was Danielle, she's like, or I don't remember who it was, but she said, we already got rid of 7 bitches, now we got 2 more that we got to deal with, you know? So, I mean, right away, these girls start getting into it. Honey starts getting into it with, I believe, KP, but either Jillian or KP, but they start, you know, sniping each other a little bit with their little comments as they're taking shots, and Angelina is just stirring the pot up the whole time. She's like, oh, let's take shots for my friends, and he's gonna find love with my friends. She's playing the villain here. She knows what the fuck she's doing. After they're kind of chilling by the pool, they decided they're gonna go and grab some pizza, and Danielle confronts Vinny about saying the same thing that he had said to Claudelia. You know, like, hey, I like the connection we have, and sorry, I've been wanting to talk to you all morning, sorry, da-da-da-da. So she's not for all that. She's pissed off. Meanwhile, everybody gets to partying. Finally, we get to see everybody kind of coming out of their shell and really kicking it. You know, they're playing Flip Cup. They're in the pool. Erica P takes her pants off. She is getting it in. She's really down to party. Vinny is, you know, feeling the girls, and he kisses Peaches. The girls get mad. They're not mad. They're not fucking feeling that. One of them is like, "Oh, if he kissed her, then I'm not kissing him tonight." You know, and I understand that. I get girls being jealous or anybody being jealous, right? But I feel like you kind of know what you're getting yourself into when you get into these shows. He's gonna be there's 17 girls here or whatever there might be. He's gonna kiss a few of these girls. You know, you can't really be too mad. Plus, they're all drinking, going crazy. It looked like a fucking fun time. The next day, they get to play like a relay race game. It's like some Staten Island relay race game. Giovanna is picked last. By the way, Giovanna is smoking hot. I don't know how I didn't recognize her, how I didn't see that girl is fucking crazy fine. She is so good. And she's picked last, and she starts feeling some type of way about it. The other team wins. They get this Icy's date. And they're hanging out with Vinny and stuff, and they're talking, and he's like such like a weirdo, you know. He talks about random ass things that he's into, which is like how I come into it. Like, you know, I don't want to talk about how your day was or what's going on in like pop culture news. I want to talk about like how do you think mountains are formed? I don't know, just crazy geological things. But I did notice that KP didn't know what Pangea is, so it made me want to think. Do a lot of people not know what Pangea is? Like that we believe that the world at one time was just one supercontinent? I thought that was like kind of, you know, junior high taught. I don't know. I wonder if a lot of people knew what that was or not. It made me fucking question if I was smarter or dumber than I thought. But I thought people knew that kind of stuff. If you're watching this, let me know in the comments if you know what Pangea is. If you know what Pangea is, say I know what Pangea is. Next, Giovanna gets into it with Erica D, man. They start going at it because Giovanna feels some type of way. Or she says, you know, Paulie made a comment earlier about being picked. Or that was a shot at her. And so she's trying to, like, say, like, oh, no, I just want you to know, like, that's not a thing. But Erica D feels some type of way. Like, they're both just miscommunicating how they feel. So they get big mad at each other. Giovanna wants to talk, and Erica D is not with it. She kind of halfway yells at Paulie. And Paulie is like, don't fucking put that on me. I joke all day, blah, blah, blah. So she's like made to look real bad right here. Like, I know where she was coming from, and you were just yelling at someone else, and you go to talk to someone else, your voice is still going to be raised, right? Like, you're still fucking amped. And so she definitely like kind of screamed at him like on accident, you know? So she feels crazy. She like runs to the bed a few times in this episode to go like cry and be consulted by her homegirls. And then Peaches comes out. Danielle comes out, and she's talking shit against Peaches. She's like, I think you're a fucking, switch up and you're a pick me girl, that you want all this attention, all this shit. So she gets into it with her a little bit, and she's like wrapped up in her blanket, just talking shit in the living room while everyone's kicking it, and she just walks off. I was like, you coming across real salty in this episode. And then the previews for next one, it looks like she's salty as hell anyways. Let these girls live. It's getting real clicked up in here, but let these chicks live. But she calls her a pick me chick. I respect that she said it to her face, though. I mean, you feel some type of way, you let her know, and then you went back to your fucking hobbit spot as you walked off, But at least you told her, right? The only thing that got me about this episode that I did not like at all, this is all like crazy. I'm not doing any justice because these girls are going at it this whole time. There's no elimination this night. That's what kind of got me bummed out. Instead, they decide, let's go to the club. So they start going upstairs and they party and they're hanging out. Erica D can twerk. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say, when Erica D fucking took off her pants earlier when they were all swimming. God damn, Erica D, you good. She's all sorts of delicious right there. Erica D, she also getting her twerk on over here. Peyton calls them thirsty bitches. So I think Peyton's kind of not feeling them either. The house is really divided. I feel like it's Akeelia, Peyton, Danielle, and Honey. And they're not really feeling the rest of the other girls right now. Not that they're in the wrong, but I feel like they're more the sulking ones in the corner, not really trying to kick it right now. House is divided as fuck. It's a powder keg waiting to explode. But these are the kind of episodes we like, man. This is easily the best episode. Easily. They don't have to be catty at all times, but these little indiscretions and, these transgressions that they have where they fucking let it all go, and miscommunications, and, you might have been able to say it sober, but because you got 12 drinks in you at the time, you ready to fucking explode on the bitches. They ready to take their nails out, taking their earrings out, taking their nails off, ready to fight bitches. I want to see it. But really good episode here, man, of Season 3, Episode 5. But let me know what you guys think about it. We'll talk about it in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe. And if you like what you're watching, then hop in the coffin. Follow us on social media at Coffin Radio. Coffin is spelled with a K. And that's all for today.
ASMR Coffin Radio.